So Everytown, the crown jewel of Michael Bloomberg's gun control industrial complex, has just rolled out something called Train Smart. That's right, the largest gun control group in the United States. Everytown has gotten into the firearms training business, and gun control activists are mad. But why? Well, today we're going to talk about it. Hey, I'm Phil, and you're watching One in the Chamber, the show that teaches you how to become a better gun rights activist.
Everytown wants to help people be safer and more responsible with their firearms. That's our sole goal. We see a lot of gun violence today. We see a lot of irresponsible gun ownership today. And we're just hoping to reach generally first-time gun owners, but even experienced gun owners, to just teach them how to be safer. A lot of firearm training courses spread some of those myths that we don't think are very helpful. And at the end of the day, they're trying to either sell memberships, self-defense insurance, or firearms, and we're not about that. Everytown started working with veterans because we understood that veterans know how to use firearms, they're trained to use firearms, and they also understand the responsibility and accountability that comes with firearms. With Train Smart, Everytown is trying to create safer, more responsible gun owners.
Yep, that's real. Everytown, Michael Bloomberg's gun control group, has just launched its firearms training program in a bizarre act of, if you can't beat 'em, join 'em. A quick glance at Train Smart's website boasts that Everytown's training program was created by military veterans who understand the responsibility required to own a firearm. Their 8 trainers, who some might say look suspiciously AI generated, range from passionate hunters to military intelligence officers. And of course, anti-gun activists are losing their minds over this. Slate ran an article covering the outrage titled, "America's Top Gun Control Group is Teaching People How to Use Guns. Survivors are furious." The article itself details how Everytown supporters feel a, quote, profound betrayal, end quote, because of the pivot into firearms training. In addition, Slate says the quiet part out loud. With this move, Everytown has lost the cultural battle and is repositioning itself to attack gun ownership from the inside. And so, quoting the article, it suggests that Everytown has moved from a regulatory stance to one of cautious participation. Even Moms Demand Action's CEO, Angela Farrell-Zabala, is in on the grift.
Hi, my name is Angela Farrell-Zabala, and I'm the Executive Director of Moms Demand Action.
Train Smart is the new gold standard for gun safety training in America. Why is it important that Everytown for Gun Safety is creating a program like this now?
Now is the time, because there are a lot of guns in this country, and what I'm really concerned about and what I want to see is that we have gun owners that are responsible. We have gun owners that are not only just thinking about themselves as gun owners, but how this does impact their community. So I want to make sure that we are doing this in a way that's going to keep communities and families actually safe. There's no such thing as we are anti-gun. We're anti-irresponsible gun ownership. We're anti-harm to communities and violence.
The idea that anybody would even question that Everytown for Gun Safety doesn't offer gun safety training, like of course they're going to offer gun safety training. It's just taken a while to get here to build it up.
We are Everytown for Gun Safety and Moms Demanding Action. And so this means so much for us to be able to play a part in ensuring that folks are getting correct information and getting everything they need when it comes to being responsible gun owners in this country.
The video, of course, doesn't show Farrell-Zabala holding a firearm on purpose, but simply shows her posing like she's aiming a handgun. Actions like these having gone unnoticed by rabid anti-gun activists, calling it a billion-dollar misfire. And the mudslinging has revealed what things are like behind the scenes of the anti-gun movement, with anti-gun activist Andy Parker writing about how Everytown treats survivors of mass shootings, parents who've lost children, and more. Here's a quote from Andy's Substack. "Those of us who worked with Everytown were more often than not handed a script. Barbara and I chafed at that right away. They didn't want us calling out Republicans, even though we knew they were the ones who would never support common sense gun laws. At the height of our involvement, we were the new shiny toy, just like other survivors before us. We were consultants, in name only, expected to parrot their lines, not speak the truth. I'll never forget doing an interview with CNN right after then Congressman Mike McCall, chairman of the Homeland Security Committee. I called him out because at the time, people on the government's no-fly list could still legally buy firearms. How absurd was that? I recall equating Republicans with domestic terrorism. When I finished, I got a frantic call from Everytown's PR handler. "Andy, you can't say that." My answer, "Yes, I can," and I just did. And I've got an op-ed coming out saying the same thing in a national print. That's how it worked. If you stayed on script, you were golden. If you went off it, you were a problem. The money, meanwhile, flowed into political vanity projects, staff salaries, or unbelievably now, weapons training. Give me a freaking break. Andy Parker is saying out loud what we've always known. Everytown and the billionaire-funded gun control lobby use victims of tragedy as props, political pawns to push their agenda. Instead of looking for real solutions, they're targeting the Second Amendment rights of responsible gun owners. With Everytown's shift into training, it shows they've lost the cultural battle, but they're positioning themselves for a very sinister move to subvert gun rights from within. With their venture into firearms training, they're attempting to directly compete with groups like USCCA and others for firearms instruction, state-level certifications, and more. Imagine going to a state-mandated concealed carry class and being bombarded by Everytown's talking points. And Michael Bloomberg can buy his way into that. Right now, Train Smart might seem like a joke, but it's far from it. Michael Bloomberg doesn't need any of this to actually make money. His goal is the abolishment of the Second Amendment. And so beware. Tell your friends, spread the word. There's a wolf in sheep's clothing, and its name is Train Smart by Everytown. I'm Phil with One in the Chamber. Thanks for watching.